People talk and people will always talk. You try to do something new and they'll say you're corny. Try to do something better with your life and they'll say you're cringe. You try to do the normal things and they'll say you'll never make it. You buy a new car, buy a new house, buy a new watch, clothes. He can't afford that. So on and so forth. But why do you even care what other people think in the first place? I think I have your excuse. There's actually science behind this that stem from our ancestors, even before Homo sapiens, that are proof that we humans are naturally social beings that seek validation from others more than we know and we realize. Back then, cavemen would form a group, a circle, for them to survive better. In a way, for example, that when predators approach at night, you wouldn't scream to alert the predators where you're at, because A, that would lead to you or another person being unalive, or B, the group would simply hate you because why did you do that? You get the point. There's a reason behind it. Though it's not completely an excuse, but it gives us a better understanding of what our mind is dealing with. Now, we're not going to dive deeper into that because what we're talking about is why do you care so much about what other people think in this modern society? What I'm saying is that it's completely natural and normal to seek validation from others, and that it is totally impossible to absolutely not care about anything at all, unless you're a psycho, right? What's not normal though is seeking validation from people that you don't even know. I can understand if it's a loved one, a significant other, a family member, or even a close friend. Don't get me wrong, one or a few people in those categories can also talk down on you despite being in your close circle. But it's normal to seek validation from them because you crave this reciprocation of love from these people because they are dear to you and important people in your life. But to seek validation from people that you barely or don't even know at all, come on now. So, what we're doing right now is in order for us to gain a better understanding of why we care so much and how we can act accordingly into this, is that we need to look at it from a much broader perspective. It's not about not giving a fuck about anything. That's just being an asshole. It's about knowing what you want out of this life. And despite these people talking shit, they'll talk, despite the noise, you'll do it regardless. Because you've engraved it into your heart that this is what you want in life. And you're willing to die on a hill for it. Whatever it is that you're trying to do in life or what you're trying to become, hold on to that thought as we go through this video. Now you have this little burning passion that we've ignited. Before we try to detach from these people that keep throwing shade at you, I think it's important to clear the concept of what humans can be. And it's that human beings are selfish beings. We want what we can't have. And in this instance, they're saying that if they can't achieve what they want in life, then you can't achieve what you want in life. It comes from a place of insecurity. So, what do we do with them? Do we just cut them off? Well, I think that's a whole nother topic because there's levels to that before we actually try and cut people off from our lives. But if they're giving you more shit than what we're talking about right now, I'm just gonna ask you, why are you even surrounding yourselves with that type of people anyways? Notice how you gain nothing from them. There's no happiness, no sparks, no motivation, no boost to what you're trying to become or trying to do in this life. In fact, it's the exact opposite. There's no satisfaction whatsoever of what you're trying to become as a person. Unfortunately, it's not possible to completely eradicate these encounters in our life. Despite how much we try to cut them off, another will always appear. And you can't change them. It's important to know that. You can't change them. You shouldn't, because it is beyond our control. It's just going to stress you out for the rest of your life, and you can't do anything about it. The good news, though, is that what we can't control, we can let go. We can detach. It's the simple criteria for detachment. If we can't control it, we detach. So let them talk their shit. They can do whatever they want. But here you are, holding on to this passion, still doing what you're trying to do. Despite how much they try to distract you, you're still here doing what you're trying to do. An inner monologue that goes through my head when someone gives me these types of unsolicited opinions. A quote from Harvey Specter, if you've watched The Suits, and it goes like, tell yourself whatever you want, but tell it to yourself. I've always wanted to say that to these types of people, but it's just not me. I'm not one to try and pick a fight. It's not that I'm not confrontational. It's just that it's a waste of time. It's not worth my time because it doesn't even benefit me. I'd rather put my efforts into what I am trying to become in this life, that burning passion that's in my heart. It's also because that it's not in my checklist for what I'm trying to do. I gotta study, I gotta work, I gotta focus, I gotta lock in. I have no time to satisfy their projections of insecurities onto me. And guess what? If you do decide to try and cut them off, you don't need to worry about that. What we've built upon ourselves, this energy, is what will attract people that is actually meant to be in our lives. And you'd be surprised to find out that there's a lot of people out there that are so ready to fully support you. You haven't even met them. There's doors that you haven't opened but are already welcoming you. You pay so much mind into these negative things that you tend to forget that what you're trying to do in this life produces good things, produces good results. And it's probably there if you just look into it. If you have good intentions, you will produce good things. And sure, a little gremlin would spawn here and there and try to talk down on you. But ultimately, you know that you produce good things. I think affirmations are helpful phrases to say in these sort of situations. So here are 3 affirmations before I go. These affirmations can come across as a little cocky, but what we are trying to do here is putting ourselves first before others. So, number 1, it is not my duty to save them from their own insecurity. I am not your Messiah. It is not my job to save you from your own projections of insecurities. The burden is on you to become a better person. What I cannot control, I pay no mind. After all, if I have good intentions, I would produce good things. So the negative things or shade that they've been talking about, that they've conjured up out of their own insecurities, that's not my fault. It's on them. And I cannot control that. I pay no mind. That's not what I'm even intending to do. I'm intending to do good things. And finally, number 3, I will only bring supportive and loving people into my life. After all, birds of a feather, Billie Eilish, you know the song. Okay, I know that it wasn't Billie that originated the quote, but who gives a shit? Tell yourself whatever you want, but tell it to yourself. Thanks for watching though. I'll see you until the next I Need Coffee. Bye.